Hey, yo.
Yo,
Hey, yo.
hey, yo. Welcome in on maybe a classic like Wednesday, but it is St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully
For sure,
everyone
Light
is
Wednesday.
celebrating safely and responsibly. But thank you for joining us. Hit us in the comments. Hit us up at the link. Call in. Hold on, man. I think I unplugged my microphone there.
Yes, you did. Your microphone is unplugged.
You're back.
If you can hear me, your microphone is unplugged.
Hold on. Hold on.
Wouldn't be a quarantine kicks without technical difficulties.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, we'll get into that for sure. We'll get into that. But thank you guys for joining us, as I said, on a Wednesday, if you could hear me. Tyler, how are you doing on this Wednesday, this St. Patrick's Day? What's going on in your sports universe?
Man, not a whole lot. Like you said, the typical Light Wednesday. At least we got the NCAA tournament coming up here. We'll preview that a little bit. That starts actually tomorrow with the first four, and then everything really gets going on Friday. But
And of course,
man,
join the bracket group.
Please
you still have a chance to win a fabulous prize. Prize
is not fabulous.
But you do have a chance still to get in for all the glory.
Definitely. But no, all in all, man, I'm doing good. Looking forward to just kind of chilling back tonight, drinking my Smitties and playing some PGA 2K21. Bonnie, how you doing this evening?
Doing well.
They can be though. If you want to be, hit us up.
I mean, come on, do the right thing. Come on, we're pimping you guys out all the time here. But also, Tyler told me it was on sale on the PlayStation Store, not on Xbox. So, alas, I do not have it. I'll keep playing my 2016 Rory McIlroy.
There you go.
Represent that Northern Ireland. But no, I'll stick with that for now because I already paid the $5 for the EA whatever pass. But overall, doing well. Don't maybe get to go into work a little later tomorrow. We'll see. Maybe I don't know what happens with that. But overall, all is good. And as far as St. Patrick's Day goes, I do need to bring in another ginger on the program on the Rollerama Roller Rink Celebrity Hotline. Shout out to the owl keeping all the whatever pigeons, mice, whatever away on the side.
Not the crackheads, though. Not the crackheads.
Unfortunately, no. It doesn't do anything for the crackheads, for sure. No. If anything, they're more attracted.
Yeah.
So maybe that's counterintuitive. But I think we do have No ID Justin on the line. Justin, how are you doing this evening?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm fantastic. How you guys doing?
Doing well. Just sort of skimming through, as we already said, kind of that midweek, light Wednesday vibe. But definitely some off-season NFL news, which we'll dive into. Some odds and ends. One thing right off the top, off grip, whatever, I do have to address anyone that was watching on Facebook on Monday. You know what? I was trying to push it out there as far as I could go, and I flew a little too close to the sun and got live blocked. So I think I have a little recap video here as it happened. If you were there, well, I don't know when it got cut off. So this is what actually happened. One of the best things is, even if you don't know what is being said, if it's in Portuguese or whatever, like, you know what that sound means. Someone just pulled something right out of their butt that was insane. And it's just like so impossible to do against like really good elite world-class players. So I threw together a little montage of the Lamela goal heard round the world for your viewing pleasure. What can I say?
Now we're gonna get blocked by the estate of Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass.
No, it was a MIDI. But I had to know what the limit was. Right. As you know, I have circumvented, and I wouldn't say circumvented, just avoided any kind of copyright violations this entire time. But obviously that was pretty egregious. Sure. So I just took a little too far, but rightfully so. I will ask myself. It's my bad. It's my bad if the stream cut off. I saw the views go down to 0 immediately. I was like, that's kind of weird. But, maybe no one's watching. It's Monday. And then I go back to look at it on Facebook. It's like, this video is blocked. You're the only one that can view it. I was like, sweet. And then Bo hit me up like, what happened? I was like, yeah, here's the thing. But I apologize to everyone out there, to the great people at Telemundo, Sport2, all around the world, all our broadcasting partners. That's on me. That's on me. I was not trying to steal your copyright thunder there.
If we're going to go ahead and own up to Assings, I've got one to own up to myself, although apparently people may not have even seen it. Who knows? Because I don't, like you said, I don't know where exactly we got cut off, and I don't really go back and watch episodes, so I don't know when this happened. But I've got to own up to myself, particularly as the fight doctor. I not only incorrectly misidentified a boxing legend, but I incorrectly corrected Ronnie when Ronnie actually had it right.
I remember that.
We were talking about the middleweights. He correctly said Sugar Ray Leonard. I said Sugar Ray Robinson. I corrected him on it, and then right after said I get them mixed up myself. Guess what? I got it mixed up on that one. So you know what? I will own up to it. I deserve an assing for that one.
You know what that means? Ass.
I do.
Just for full effect, for briefly, Justin, stay right there. There you go. We got
there
the full lineup there. I don't have a 3-way ass here. We
don't have the kind of money to afford that. We can't.
No. And I'm like on a slippery slope already with the Zuckerberg people as it is. So I'm not trying to push it out too far. But yes, we both got asked for our actions on Monday. So thank you for sticking with us.
Thank you.
It's a lot of side news today, honestly. So I'm just going to go ahead and run the little promo here for the side pieces. As you know, Wednesday is more of a, odds and ends kind of day. But Tress is like he's running away from Arkansas. So aren't we all?
Always.
There's a man I'd hate to fight. And
Sure.
Also, shout out to a great benefactor to this program, Roll Rama. Thank you. And thank you to the owl guarding that sign, holding it down. But a couple things that I saw, and Tyler has, brought a couple in here too. One that I thought was just really weird, and I thought it was like a viral marketing thing or something. I don't know still what it all entails, but Tom Brady, apparently you can text him. He put his phone number out on his social media. He's like, I don't want to go on Twitter and see everyone just like hating on me. So this is his new way to connect with the fans. And apparently people that have called it or texted it, the voicemail box is full. So maybe it's a real number. I don't know. I'm sure it's not his actual real number. Anyone can go get it.
I called it. I got Roger Goodell's voicemail, which I thought was really weird.
My favorite thing of the whole the way it played out was if you go on the actual tweet, the top comment. If you didn't want to talk to me outside your concert, you didn't have to, but you could have signed an autograph for Matthew. That's my little brother, man. He's only 6 years old. We waited in the blistering cold for you 4 hours, and you just said no. And then this Alex guy, as the joke flies way over his head, he's not obligated to sign anything, no matter how long anybody waits. You're entitled to nothing, dude. And you can say,
dude, what is that? How big is a testament to society is that motherfucker got 769 likes on that shit too. So there was 770 other people that were like, yeah.
He got more comments back than the guy that posted the great, obviously just quoting from the Stan song. Everyone's like, hey, man, have you ever heard of this song? Like, it's obviously a joke. He's like, all right, maybe I didn't understand. Sorry, I'm going to go listen to the song.
Alex is part of that group that's trying to cancel Eminem for like the shit he's saying now, but didn't listen to the shit he said when Eminem was actually crazy.
Exactly. So the internet is undefeated, my friend. Maybe educate yourself, Alex. But he's taking it like a champion. Just take the L and move on, Alex.
If we could get him on the screen, he would definitely get an assing. That's for sure.
I don't have a middle ass that I can throw on there. But yes, he definitely. That's a third assing of the program. It's a honorary assing, even though I don't have the stamp to put in that position. So that was entertaining. And also the Bears. And I'm, probably heading down to 710, the Chicago Bar of Record here in San Diego afterwards to celebrate a little St. Patty's Day. They were going hard. They've been going so hard for Russell Wilson. And it's just that little teaser he threw out. Like, I'd play for the Bears with a weird agent. Like, here's a list of teams I would go to. But instead, it's Andy Dalton.
Woo!
Instead of Russell Wilson, you get Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle himself.
There we go.
And honestly, you could do worse. Like, the Bears never have a good quarterback. It's very rare when that happens. And it's just, I don't know, man. Some things are just not meant to be. And one of them is the Bears having a really great quarterback.
You could do worse, but not much.
Yeah, you certainly could do better. But you could also do worse. So, he's a professional quarterback that plays football.
He does get paid to be a quarterback. You are correct.
He does. I know a lot of Bears fans were upset. I saw on Facebook. Look, man, you just accept your station in life. You're a Bears fan. You're never going to have nice things at the quarterback position. Rex Grossman is not walking through that door.
I mean, you guys are talking about this guy like, he's, Derek Carr or something. I mean, Andy Dalton.
He's
winning. Be realistic. This is a man that took the Bengals to the playoffs.
Which is not an easy putt.
And
how long ago was the last time he did that?
Whoa,
that's actually a genuine question. No, that's actually a genuine question because I can't remember. I can't. It could have been 2 years ago. I don't know. I was
going to say this is.
I do not recall.
This is the man that was trying to make the case that Andy Dalton was better than Dak Prescott because he had more wins as a starter last season. So come on now, you're supposed to be backing me up here.
Hey, look. Notorious comment fighter and CEO of the program. Thank you, Nick. He's backing you up. He did keep the Cowboys competitive last year, whatever your definition of competitive is in the NFC East.
No.
The division kept the Cowboys competitive.
We remain competitive by the Eagles not being able to catch a football and Daniel Jones not being able to run an 80-yard open field touchdown. That's how we stayed in the division and remained competitive last year.
Look, someone has to be back there to take the snap. It's in the rules of football. He did that with aplomb. He was back there taking those snaps.
No,
Congratulations, Bears.
Really,
yeah. We got our guy. We got our guy.
I got no hate for Dalton. I hope he does well in Chicago. I don't think he'll do well in Chicago, but I wish him the best.
I'm a well-wisher that I wish him no specific harm.
Red Rifle MVP season, baby, 2021.
That would be very spiteful to the Cowboy fans and Bengal fans out there, but it seems pretty unlikely. I mean, you got a better chance of getting a perfect bracket, let me just say that, than Andy Dalton winning the MVP.
I'll tell you what. Can you name a wide receiver that's going to be on the Bears roster next year other than Allen Robinson?
The Bears called me and offered me a contract, so maybe me. I don't know.
Tyler picks up the phone. Oh, it's just the Bears, and just hangs up. I don't even want to get involved with that.
To answer your question, Nick, I'm not sure. For entertainment purposes only, I guarantee you Arkansas Slim will take that bet.
If you want to put something on it, Arkansas Slim will take that action.
He'll probably
also find you, and he will collect.
He'll probably even let you name the odds on that bet specifically.
That's true. That is true.
How bad do you want it? And again, entertainment purposes only. Please believe that. I cannot stress that enough. Like I said, we're already, teetering on the edge of legality here after my faux pas in the last episode. So I don't want to.
For a $5 bet, you play my odds. For a $10 bet, I'll let you pick the odds.
A couple other, NFL offseason moves that happened. This I just thought was funny because this was about a week ago. I think Brockers, he's like, yeah, we got Stafford. I think that's a level up. And lo and behold, reunited, and it feels so good. Now, that's going to be a weird locker room situation. So join him in Detroit. Have fun. Maybe go out, get a beer, squash the beef. But that's going to be a little awkward.
What did he mean by level up? Like Stafford is like Super Saiyan Jared Goff? Is that what he was?
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, for 4 weeks, Jared Goff sat there grunting and just harnessing his energy, and then he finally turned into
Well, it all comes full circle on Brockers, and like I said, not the best look, but at least he knows the guy. They can hopefully kill the beef.
Show him around town a little bit.
Hey,
you know?
man, I didn't think I was ever going to see you again like that. So, but hey, man, it's all good, right?
I mean, he's really just gonna walk up to him and be like, "Yeah, so here we both are, fucking Detroit."
Yep.
That's what he's gonna tell him.
Look, you're going to hear a lot of things about things I may or may not, but probably definitely did say. But look, that's all in the past, bro.
That was in LA. We're in Detroit now.
Yeah, exactly. We're 2 time zones away.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, no. Anyone that goes to the Lions is biting kneecaps. They're only looking for hardcore individuals out there.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that is in the contract. It's in the fine print.
You must bite
Well,
kneecaps.
it's like one of those incentive-based deals. So the more kneecaps you bite, you're going to go up a tier on that contract.
Collecting them like scalps.
Exactly.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's like Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
I want my kneecaps, and you will get me my kneecaps.
That's right. Guaranteed that's a speech pregame at some point this season.
I will have my kneecaps. I saw the other one in here.
Like bring in the bear Jew, Michael Brockers.
That's
Look, he'll get his chance at the Bears. So, we'll see how that plays out. Also, Trent Williams, 49er fans, have a day. You guys were going crazy about this. Mega deal, highest paid offensive lineman in NFL history. $55 million guaranteed. Woo!
Yeah, Arizona Cardinals are signing people left and right. These guys got Trent Williams. Congratulations. And he got his 100,000 more than Bakhtiari, I believe, right?
Well, you got to get that 1,000. Like, he's not going to sign it if you don't give him that one little extra notch on the belt right there. Like,
yeah, he literally
it needs to be the top.
And I don't know if you guys caught wind. There was a tweet that Bakhtiari sent out and said, "You're petty as fuck." But he said, "Congrats on the deal."
You
well
bastard.
Played by him.
Look, I'm always happy to see linemen get paid. I am kind of curious about the. I'm curious about the 6-year part, considering Trent Williams is already 32, so I imagine that it's going to be a pretty front-loaded contract. But
4 years of funny money for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So good on him, though. I mean, look, he is like a 8-time Pro Bowler, which take that for whatever it's worth, because the Pro Bowl doesn't really seem to mean much anymore. But
how many times has he been in the Madden Pro Bowl? That's the one that would be.
Was he? No, he wasn't it this last year. I don't know.
I checked his Wikipedia page. He has not won a Nickelodeon VP award. So
there's only one of those, though. There's only one of those.
MVP
lost his job to Dalton.
But you know what? He's the only guy holding that trophy. So Dalton, you're gonna get you one of these. If you really want to be a Bears legend, you get one of these. And one other, this is as we slide out of the NFL here briefly, as far as just, maneuvers between teams over to the NBA. Trevor Ariza has now been traded 11 times, the most by any player in NBA history. What a journey. I mean, I think for like a third of the league at this point. So he knows all the good places to eat. I mean, anywhere you're going to go. He's pretty much like a local walking around, but that is bizarre. And
Ronnie, you knocked your headphones out again, by the way.
You got me back.
There you go. That's better.
Huh? Is this calm?
You're...
All right. But quite a journey. But again, I mean, the man's paid handsomely, so he's not starving out here. And if he could stick in the league that long, it doesn't matter. I mean, that many teams wanted him, made moves for him. Just kind of one of those weird statistical things that, I mean, at some point someone might break this record, but that is pretty insane.
So by being traded 11 times, I think we can officially declare that he is both the most desirable and least desirable player in NBA
True.
history.
He wins the NBA Todd Zeal Award by just being good enough that someone will take you, but also they will easily just get rid of you.
Yeah, so he gets traded from OKC to Miami for Myers Leonard, who's we talked about his situation a few episodes ago,
Yes.
and a 2027 second rounder, which OKC is actually not even expected to use Leonard. They're either going to cut him or try to trade him off again. So tough look for him, but hey, Ariza, you're still in the league. I ain't mad at it. Get paid.
Pay close attention to that draft pick, though, because what if it does turn out to be a racist guy that they drafted with it?
just two racist guys in one trade. That'd be a tough look. I'll say that.
We'll go down as the most racist trade of all time. I mean, people are shooting for the records out here. Just again, kind of a bizarre thing. I mean, a solid pro. He's been around forever. Championship experience. If you play for that many teams for that many years, you're probably just going to back your way into one of them. But Trevor Ariza, we wish you well in whatever future endeavors life holds for you. So, this is still in here. I just want to show it because it's amazing. So, I mean, look at the guy here. This is not what got us banned off Facebook. Okay, how can you be mad at that?
That's for sure. That's what got us back onto Facebook.
Yeah, I showed them the picture, and they were just like, "All right, you're good," but you're on thin ice. Oh yeah, Champions League. That's what I wanted to get into because I was at work. I didn't get to see any of it today. But Chelsea taking care of business. Well, I'm a little surprised by that. Yes, they were at home. Atletico just crashes out. Didn't even score a goal in the tie.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get to see a ton of it. I only saw a few highlights just because I was pretty busy most of the day myself. But look, I think we said it on Monday, although nobody may have heard it. On paper, I would agree with you that Atletico is a more talented team, but Chelsea, I think this makes it now 19 games that they haven't lost in a row. Ever since Lampard got booted, they have just been on a crazy roll. So they took that to Atletico. Now they're moving on to the next round.
That's tough loss for old Mönchengladbach.
Yeah, I mean they never really had a chance there. Just like Lazio, the fascist team of record in world football, soccer, whatever you want to call it. Bayern, they're just too good. But I can't really be mad at seeing Lazio. Roma all the way. Forza Roma, Lazio, get out of here with your fascism. But not really surprised by that outcome. But again, just the aggregate score for the Chelsea Atletico. I mean, I thought at some point they got to get a goal there. But you know what? Chelsea is on a hot streak right now. And like I said, just not good for our boy, Christian Pulisic, American Messi, because he just slides deeper and deeper into the bench as they keep winning these games.
Yeah, it's true. And I know you and I were texting a little bit about it yesterday, but Real Madrid getting the win over your boys at Atalanta. The funnier part being that Real Madrid is actually not playing at their home stadium because it's due to renovations, so they're playing on essentially a practice field, which is still probably actually nicer than a lot of stadiums in the world.
I'm sure the playing surface is great. I mean, it's really where Real Madrid, like the B team, the second division team would play. It's mostly like a training ground. It still holds 6,000 or 7,000 people. It is a stadium, but yeah, because of renovations to the actual Bernabeu, they are just chilling, playing in this little mini stadium. But like I said, it's could be misleading if you're going in there to play Real Madrid because there's no fans, kind of a smaller stadium, but it's still Real Madrid. So
and then Sergio Ramos just destroys you when you're trying to make a break into the box.
Yeah. So these guys are still going to get after you. They do advance, and again, Man City, no surprise there. But we'll give it a few more weeks here until we see the subsequent round of the Champions League. But it'll just get better and better. That's the beauty of the Champions League.
I think the draw for the rest of the tournament going out is Friday at 4 a.m. our time. So wake up for that if you want to watch it. I won't. I'll read about it. I'll read about it later.
Yeah, I'll read the tweet. I'll see it and I'll know what happened. Chelsea have a chance. I'm inclined to agree. It could be one of those. Look, they have no chance really of winning the league, but they're still good enough to. Well, it's going to be Bayern again. Let's just be real. I think it's far and away going to be Bayern again. But Chelsea, yes, it could be one of those things where you see like FA Cup, Champions League, whatever. All right, league is done. Like, forget about the league. Let's just put all our best guys in these games to win these, other trophies.
Right.
To answer your question, CEO Nick, San Diego is in the red tier, and as far as I know, yes, they are going to have, whatever percentage of fans, as long as that stays the same. But, now that we're back in the red tier and everyone can do whatever they want, we might just right to the purple tier. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. So we'll see. But that vaccine, come on, get that vaccine.
That's right. If you're going out, still mask up.
Mask up, vax up, whatever you got to do. Because I do want to go to a baseball game. I'll go watch the Padres play the Reds. I don't even care about either of them. I just want to go to a game in person.
Why is Lars Ulrich the drummer for Oasis? I mean, I'd watch it, but
there's a collab
right.
I want to see. You know what? You guys get together on the collab. And
I'd also give it
tickets will be on sale.
I'd also give it like 8 minutes. Oh. Yeah, I said I'd give it 8 minutes before the Gallaghers start fighting each other again.
I was just gonna say, there's no way that band fails because they don't get along, right?
No, they hate each other. They absolutely hate each other.
Good old Oasis. If I had a MIDI version, because again, I can't play any kind of real song here. Sorry, Big Zuck. Don't block me again. But we'll see what happens. I'm kind of liking that theory there. As you know, and this is the big one here for, entertainment purposes only, of course, but there is a real prize on the line, fabulous or not. Join our Yahoo bracket group. We do have the tournament brackets are set. I think the first 4 games are tomorrow. We have some of the looks here at the bracket. Here we go. Look, Gonzaga's wire-to-wire been great. They just don't play anyone ever during the season, so you never know what they're going to be. And then once you get down to all right, you got to win these, whatever it is, 5 games in a row, you're still going to run up against good teams. I'm not a Gonzaga guy anyway. I don't want to see them win, but they got a good chance. I still think they're going to mess up at some point. I think they're going to trip up.
I've watched a few Gonzaga games this year. They are really good, but it is always hard to really judge them because their conference is overall pretty weak. One funny thing that I have been seeing a lot, especially on Twitter, of course, shock horror Twitter, a lot of people were kind of complaining, saying that Gonzaga has the easiest path to the finals. To which my response is they're the number 1 overall seed by definition.
Literally how it's supposed to work.
Yeah, they're supposed to have the easiest path to the finals. That's the point of being rewarded for a 1 seed. But yeah, I mean, it is kind of one of those things. Again, I haven't completed I have completed a bracket, but I'm gonna go back and redo it probably 8 more times before tomorrow. I think Gonzaga's going to make it through, but like you said, it is kind of like every year. It's Gonzaga's going to bust through this year, and then they don't. So,
I mean, they've obviously made it further and further as it's become like an actual. Initially it was just like Gonzaga, and they still do a lot of guys from overseas and things like that. But now they're big enough to where they can actually go after big recruits in the States, international, whatever. And they've been far, I think, into a championship game, I believe, just never all the way. So they do have a good chance. It's a weird year for college basketball because, like I said, no one's even played the same amount of games. There hasn't been fans there. It's just different. I had them going out in the Final Four for me, Gonzaga.
Watch out for that sleeper that is the Grand Canyon. It's not just a tourist attraction.
You don't want to fall into that hole because it's very deep.
I like it, Justin. Justin showing some love for the WAC champions. I love it.
And also shout out
Whack?
UCSB. Representing the Big West.
That is actually that is a pick that I did go with the 5-12 upset of UCSB over Creighton.
Duke not in the tournament. It's fucking embarrassing. Yeah, it
No,
is. It is.
Duke was fucking embarrassing this year. That's what was fucking embarrassing.
Sorry, Nick, but they pretty much suck.
They got no PTPs, baby.
And all the ones you did have opted out.
That's right.
But yeah, it's gonna be weird not having Duke in there. Let me get that out of the way so we can move over to the next region there. Also, Kansas still at 3, always making noise in the tournament, so want to keep an eye on. And Virginia as well with their 18-6 record. That's what I'm saying. Virginia has been good for like the last 4 years, and this year they played 24 games all year. So what the hell? Like nobody knows what's going to happen here.
Yeah, I really like I like Virginia. I like Iowa out of that region as well. So
Iowa's good too.
I've kind of loosely made picks for the first round, but I haven't progressed more than that in filling out my bracket. I'll probably do it tomorrow.
I know, to Tyler's point too, most of the time I don't know anyway. I'm just kind of like guessing. And this year being the super weird year, it's even more of a guess. But I filled the whole thing out all the way up to like the final game, and I tried to submit it, and I didn't put the final score tiebreaker thing in. I was like, all right, try to go back and like get to where I could put that score in. Erased the entire thing. So I just had to redo it again, and I'm sure it's wildly different. That's how I'm shooting from the hip here.
Here we go. We got the East bracket. My Wolverines getting the 1 seed. In my initial bracket, I had them winning just purely out of fandom on that one. Like if I really go back and look at it, they probably won't. I mean, Livers being out, he's not their star, but he was definitely a good player that helped them out a lot of the year. I mean, kind of the only thing I'm really confident in this bracket in is UCLA is bad, so they're probably not even going to win that play-in game.
Oh, they're bad. You know what? I picked the winner of that game though to beat BYU. I'm just going to say it right now.
I did too. I picked Michigan State to beat BYU.
Either way, if it's Michigan State or UCLA, and I can only really speak for UCLA because they are wildly prone to blowing leads, but it would just be like perfectly them to win the play-in game and then knock out, the 6th seed there, and then probably get rolled up on by Texas or whatever. But it's that kind of year where like they got into the top 20 at some point, and then they just totally like fell off a cliff. Yeah, they got some good players, but they're just too all over the map. Maybe they get through the first weekend. I don't know, but that's gonna be tough.
I actually really like Colorado in that bracket too. I think Colorado's could be a dangerous team. But yeah, it is. It's just one of these weird years. It's tough to even break a lot of these teams down because you haven't even seen them. So it's tough, man.
Well, the thing too with Colorado is I just don't have confidence in any Pac-12 teams from what I've seen. None of them are really inspiring to me. And you're running up against Georgetown, who's won 7 games in a row. So it's always one of those teams that just like going in the baseball playoffs, like the Giants wild card, then they win the World Series. Like all we got to do now is win 8 games and we're chilling. So especially this year, who knows what's going to play out. But once they get in that bubble, it's going to be weird for everyone. But
also keep an eye out, the 15 seed being coached by Rick Pitino.
That's right.
Could pull off some postseason magic there in Iona.
Old Slick Rick himself.
Especially because I've heard a lot of comments about the area behind the backboards being really rough on shooting teams, and from everything I can gather, that's kind of Alabama is kind of a feast or famine shooting team. So yeah, that could be one to watch for sure.
Georgetown they'll win once people remember who Patrick Ewing is. Well, they're not playing at Madison Square Garden, so maybe he won't get roughed up so much by security. I also, one other one I wanted to point out in the East, I really like Florida State for the last several years. As you can see, again, we're talking about a team that's played 22 games this year. So, yes, they got into the ACC championship game. I just think, and also every time I see their coach, which his name escapes me right now, always reminds me of Bunny Colvin from The Wire. Every time I'm like, dude, all right, I'd play for that guy. He's a good man.
I'd be more inclined to not be worried about the upset if Alabama was coached by a certain other Alabama coach, maybe a cyber version.
There's still time. Ooh. They could fly him in. I don't know what, his whereabouts
Why fly
right
him,
now.
Dude?
That's it. I just adjusted my bracket. I have Alabama winning it all.
All the way.
Bro, you don't even need to fly him in. Just plug in an internet connection and he'll be there.
That's true. He's everywhere all at once. Once that Skynet gets going, he's right on top of your ass. And dude, again, 22 games, but nice resurgence for UConn, who kind of fell off the map there for a long time. So always usually a powerhouse and sort of back to prominence again in a very weird year. Moving over to the South region, Baylor is my pick to win the entire tournament. I just think they've been really good all season. Not like I sat there and watched every Baylor game, but it seems like they've been pretty dominant throughout. And then, they have these things with the, what do they call it? The quad 1 wins, whatever. Like, I think they have the most of any team. The Big 12 had a lot of good teams this year, so they're, obviously playing good teams. But seems like pretty battle-tested. Yeah, all right. Then you're like, well, Wisconsin, North Carolina in the next game. Both of them kind of look crappy this year, so I think they can handle both of them. And I like them to win the whole thing. I'm putting it out there.
I think, regardless of how that goes on the top half of this bracket, everybody should be rooting for the always timeless Colgate-Oral matchup. If we can get Colgate versus Oral.
True.
I think that would be awesome.
I would like to see that come together, yes.
I would like to see that if for no other reason. It would mean that Ohio loses in the first round. But I was actually just going to say I watched a little bit. I watched a little bit of Arkansas kind of sporadically throughout the year in clips, and that's a team that could just score. Like if they get on a run, they're hard to keep up with. Yeah, and of course they've got the backing of Arkansas Slim.
I've heard for all the increased money being laid on the NCAA tournament that Arkansas may or may not have employed the services of one Bruce Smith as an enforcer and a collector. So be wary.
There we go.
The ultimate enforcer.
But yeah, I mean, like you, Ronnie, Baylor is probably the team I watched the second most full games of this year behind Michigan, and yeah, I mean they're really good. Kind of my only thought in this whole bracket is if Arkansas just goes on this crazy run where they're just making every shot they throw up, it's pretty much Baylor's bracket to lose.
And Villanova also been really good for the last 10 to 15 years. Always a tough out in the tournament. Again, 22 games this season. Purdue played a tough league schedule in the Big Ten. You got some good teams in there. Florida is usually way better. You see them, sitting there 23 games. So it's just it's hard to pin down. You don't really know what kind of resume we're dealing with some of these teams, even if they're teams that you've watched them play, because the conditions are going to be different for everyone going in this bubble. You can't leave, can't do anything. It's really it's like comparing baseball players between eras. I don't know what would have happened because the ball's not the same. Steroids aren't the same. Whatever. The mound's not. It's just I don't know. Let's just throw them all together and see what happens.
I just hope whatever team comes out on top, the hotel that team was staying at, I hope they promote the hell out of that. That needs to be your campaign slogan for a while.
The champion stayed here.
Yeah, totally. Everybody else, you know why these guys won? They had the best night's sleep.
Because they stayed right here at the Fort Wayne Ramada.
That's right.
Put that on the marquee. And then we go over to the Midwest.
We even provided Colgate for Colgate.
Perfect.
I'm going to show love to San Diego State. That's probably been, they're definitely more prominent in the football team in San Diego State. Let's just be honest. a well-ran team for pushing up on like a decade now at this point too. The only thing that kind of scares me is if they do win that first game, which I think they will. West Virginia, Huggy Bear, he runs that press, and I've seen San Diego State try to figure out, like, what is this? A full court press? Like, we've never seen this. I'm like, everyone in junior high school basketball will do this sometimes. How do you not know what this is? And I think I saw it was like Air Force or something almost beat them. They were down like 20 points, just started running full court press last 8 minutes of the game, and it was like baffling to them. I was like, really, dude? Like, come on.
Yeah, I got SDSU making a little bit of a run. I have some concerns because, like, they did have a really good record this year, but they also had a ton of close games in a very bad conference. So
Yeah.
that definitely made me wary. In Syracuse, like, from what I've seen of Syracuse this year, they're not that good, but they always do seem to make those weird runs in the NCAA tournament.
That 2-3 zone, full.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they have that lengthy zone. So who knows? But I gotta say, man, for Illinois, this is going to be a tough road for Illinois to get through, even as a 1 seed. Although, I mean, they're hot as hell right now. We've spoken quite a few times about them just demolishing my Wolverines a few weeks ago on a Wednesday night,
sending Juana Man into a huge tirade.
I do see either Houston or West Virginia as who I have coming out of this bracket. So I don't think Illinois is going to be able to pull, especially that top half.
It's
They're
brutal.
some scary team
for sure.
Yeah, that top half is brutal. And Sister Jean's going to be there for Loyola, so they got that going for them.
Wrap it up. It's over.
I do like Houston a lot. I mean, I think Illinois has a chance, definitely, to get all the way to the Final Four out of this, but especially like just the streak that they're on right now. And they played a lot of good teams, Michigan, Ohio. The Big Ten schedule has been pretty good all year, kind of like the Big 12. Just as far as like you look at these things, like their resume, like they played this many top 10 teams or this many quad 1 team. Like, man, that's like every game of the league season. But I like Houston. I love Huggy Bear. So if West Virginia rips the whole thing, I'm totally down for it. But I don't know. I don't know if they got the juice to get out of this.
Yeah, I definitely love those old Huggy Bear Cincinnati teams of just like crazy athletes with zero game plan and zero discipline. Those were so fun to watch.
Dude, all you got to know is when Cincinnati fired him, Kmart said, "Take my jersey out of the rafters. Take it down." That's my guy. But
look,
join the bracket challenge. That's all I got to say on that.
Yes, absolutely. ID 24638. No password needed. No entry fee needed. Fabulous prizes. Prizes not fabulous on the line. So yeah, sign up for that. Again, games get going. The first 4 start tomorrow, I believe. I think the cutoff time is like noon tomorrow to submit your picks. So get on that. Get in the league. We're gonna have some fun.
And we will be live updating, as we progress through the weekend and every game.
Friday and Monday are both going to be distracted shows from both of us because there will be games going on as we're broadcasting.
We'll definitely be monitoring the standings as we progress, though, for sure.
100%. The ball is tipped.
Maybe some type of tool of boasting that we can pass around.
There we go. That's it.
But thank you for joining us, hitting us up in the comments. Thank you, Justin, for calling in. We'll get back with you on Friday, and we'll be knee-deep in some actual NCAA tournament. It's been 700-something days, and we are finally back. And whatever form this thing is going to take, they're going to do it. So I'm excited. Tyler had the circuit board up there. That just gives you a little tingle right there. Just like,
that is so sexy. Oh, that's so sexy.
Especially when you see all the betting lines, like, oh, but think of the gambling. Just think of the gambling.
Oh my God.
So thank you guys. Go ahead, Tyler. Sorry.
No, Ronnie, say your final words. Go ahead.
No, just riding with us on a light Wednesday, but happy St. Patrick's Day. Everyone be safe. Don't push us out of the red tier, San Diego, so we can go to Padre games. Don't be an idiot. Keep just doing the right things, and we'll just keep cruising, hopefully into better and better tiers, and then we can all go to a game.
True words. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, Justin. Thank you as always for calling in. Love hearing from you. Thank you guys for the comments. Like Ronnie said, if you're out celebrating St. Patrick's Day, be safe. Wear a mask. Don't drink and drive. All that stuff. We'll be back here Friday recapping the hopefully a crazy day of NCAA basketball. Wouldn't it be sad if all the top seeds just dominated, just like make it like the least fun opening day ever?
I can't call it.
How you
It's a
fill
weird
out your
tournament.
bracket.
That's just it. We can't call it. Yeah, it could just be chalk. But thank you guys so much. We'll be back here on Friday. You know the drill. Keep the fire.
Keep fire.